Moige for that report. Now, should government employees' retreat and trainings remain uncontrolled, President William Ruto's decision to save at least 300 billion shillings for a fiscal year could be rendered null and void. Pundits say the government's official commitment to lessening the burden of high salaries is necessary for the reduction of the financial rate that was set in October last year. Yet, this is all taking place when cabinet secretaries, principal secretaries and Kenya Kwanza lawmakers are in Naivasha for a cabinet retreat and a parliamentary group meeting. Mike Kagwongo reports.
In the current fiscal year, President William Ruto's government agencies were instructed to reduce their spending by 10% in order to better balance their budgets against the available funds. The orders were given by the head of state as part of austerity measures to make sure that state agencies could respond to the global economic downturn. As most Kenyans go through difficult financial circumstances, Head of Public Service and Chief of Staff Felix Kosgei stated in a message to cabinet secretaries and principal secretaries in October last year that suspending non-essential foreign travel was intended to reduce public spending.
What's the cost of taking the president to Naivasha? Gachaga entered there with 30 vehicles. Musalia Mudavadi has to be there, isn't it? With 15. Any minister going there is going with 7. Any PS carries 5. This is 1.5 billion to the list. So if I buy 4 times, you are talking about something like 6 billion shillings spent by Kenya Kwanza so far on these retreats.
Along with suggesting that government officials utilize fewer public monies to carry out his plan, the president also proposed that instead of squandering millions of shillings on extravagant hotels, government institutions like the Kenya School of Government in Kabete may be used for trainings and inductions.
Let me first come to you, Kagwongo.
However, government spokesman Isaac Mora argues that occasionally using government facilities could end up costing more than planned, which is why people choose to utilize private facilities away from Nairobi.
Sometimes you can spend more money in a government facility than a private one. That I can assure you. So like if, for example, we said all of us to go to Mombasa for a government facility there, it will be expensive. It will be expensive. There is a convenience in Naivasha that is better and it's away from Nairobi. And I don't think government has got a very big facility that can accommodate the national executive and the PG at the same time.
Strangely enough, though, state officials, cabinet secretaries and MPs, among others, have been spending a significant amount of public funds on retreats and inductions in Nanyuki, Mombasa, and now in Naivasha throughout the last 1 year. A quick search online for hotel reservations at the hotel the cabinet secretaries and Kenya Kwanza MPs are said to be occupying in Naivasha averages thousands per night. This multiplied by about 500 government officials will give an average cost of millions for 4 days. The cabinet secretaries and their teams are entitled to per diem allowances, which will also come to millions of shillings for 4 days.
If they are like Naivasha is an entrepreneur, that entrepreneur, he has connection with the government. They will not allow, because these people also spend money to campaign for a government. So they are spending this money in exchange for business. So it is all corrupted system.
According to the Office of Controller of Budget, the government, which assumed office in September 2022, spent 14 billion shillings on domestic and international travel in total, the most for a comparable time frame in at least 5 years.
Go to any rural village or hospital, there is no even Panadol, even Brufen is not there. How can we not have Brufen and we have unnecessary meetings that we are having? So we are investing so much on salaries, allowances, per diems, transport, logistics, and no money is going to development.
This is happening at a time when the Salaries and Remunerations Commission has expressed concerns about government wastage, with salaries and benefits taking up a sizable portion and leaving little for development. Mike Kagwongo, TV 47.